How's that water?
Tell you good.
That's Zephyr Hills, right? That's Florida water, boy.
Florida water,
That's
yeah.
right.
So you from St. Louis, so I gotta excuse him.
Oh, okay.
They only have Zephyr Hills in Florida?
Yeah.
I'm from the Midwest too, so I understand.
Well, that ain't bad in St. Louis.
Nah, you just from St. Louis.
Now, like you go
That's what we
northeast,
saying.
like
All I want
Poland
is
Springs.
purified.
Yeah.
It's your boy, Louie Bandz from St. Louis, and you tuned in to the Malc Show.
You are now tuned in to Sure-Handed TV.
It's the Malc Show, baby. Oh, Lord.
Yo, it's your boy, Louie Bandz from St. Louis, one of the hottest producers in the game right now. Produced for a lot of mainstream artists. My hottest artist I work with right now, though, is Young Boy. You know what I'm saying? He's a money maker right now. Some records I did for him is Ride On Him, You The One, Thug Alibi, Coordination, you know what I'm saying? So, AI Young Boy, that was like my first gold record.
Gold record, yeah.
Yeah.
So how's it working with Young Boy and Kodak?
I catch a vibe quick, you know what I'm saying, working with both of them because I know what they're looking for. So, Young Boy, you know, he's with that real gangster, that hard music. So he likes a lot of like live instruments, real, you know, jumpy pianos. Kodak more like the laid backs, you know what I'm saying.
How do you find the sound for an artist? Is that usually hard?
It is. Well, it is and it's not. It's hard only like when you're not in the studio with them. Like, cause when you're in the studio with them, it's easy to kind of, you know what I'm saying, create a vibe. You play something and, you know what I'm saying, they going through a list of beats. It's easy for them to be like, oh, I'm messing with that, or let me hop on that, rather than just, I'm making something at the crib and I send it off and I don't know if he really messing with it or not.
So the beat that went gold, was that inside the studio? Or did you make that before Young Boy was?
Actually, I made that based off of some previous work I had did with Young Boy, so it was kind of like I already knew what he was looking for at the time.
Now, you say you was from St. Louis. How's the music in St. Louis? I mean, you've been to Palm Beach plenty times, and you're traveling back and forth, but how's the music in St. Louis?
Between here, the music back in St. Louis, it's more of a, like, this is where I'm from, like, this is my lifestyle type music. I know here, like, it's kind of the same, but I notice a lot of artists here, they kind of incorporate, like, you know what I'm saying, their success within their music, like what they doing with their money, like, you know what I'm saying, in a lot of videos, they got fancy cars, you know what I'm saying, big knots. Like, back at home, it's more like, the setting is like in the hood, like, talking about, you know what I'm saying, it's the lifestyle I live, this the pain I'm going through, so, you know, it got its similarities.
Now, you're a pretty laid-back guy. How is it with you I mean, when you're on the club scene and things like that, or when you're working with an artist and everybody just turned, how do you stay humble? Because, I mean, you pretty chill.
I mean, it's not really hard to stay humble, like, cause where I come from, it's not like a lot of people that's doing what I'm doing. So I gotta stay humble. So when I do get back into that environment, like, people won't be like, oh, this man done changed up, like he acting different. Like, this is just me.
Since you don't have too many people from St. Louis to do what you do, when you go back home, how's the love?
The love is pretty much the same for me, because my circle is real small. So when I go back to the crib, I'm not, you know what I'm saying, I'm not out everywhere. The people I hang around, they pretty genuine, solid people.
How did you start with music? Did you start playing the keys, or was it with an instrument?
Yeah, I've been playing the keys since I was like 8. Started off in church, just, you know what I'm saying, just in a praise and worship team. Okay. And then it kind of branched out to where I was actually on stage, you know what I'm saying, doing Christian rap and
So you're a rapper?
No, I don't rap.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't rap. It started off rapping, but it ended up branching out to me making beats, because I needed beats to rap on, but I ended up finding more of a passion for rapping than I did with, producing than I did with rapping.
Do you ever make a beat and be like, look, man, I might want to jump on this?
Nah, but I do a lot of songwriting, though. So I'll make a beat, and then as I'm making it, like, I hear, like, you know, some lyrics in my head, like a good hook or something, and I write it down and, you know, give it to an artist.
Do you, I've only talked to previous artists or songwriters So how's it writing songs versus making music? Because they were saying you make a lot of money writing songs and producing a lot of songs for people than making a beat. So how is it with writing songs?
Writing songs with me I feel like it's just it's something natural as I'm making beats. You know, just like an artist listening to a beat, it's just natural for them to just come up with lyrics. When I'm making beats, it's just natural for me to just come up with lyrics. Like, I feel like it all goes, it depends on the vibe of the beat too. Like, you know what I'm saying, music is based off of feelings and emotions. So, you know what I'm saying, as I'm making it, really what I'm writing down or whatever lyrics come to my head is really kind of like what I'm feeling from that beat.
Do you have a favorite artist? Being a producer and you work with a lot of people.
I like Lil Baby. You know, I mess with him real hard.
You work with him at all?
Not yet.
Okay.
It's in the works though.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Who else you plan on working with besides Lil Baby?
I plan on working with I don't know yet. I don't know yet. You know, whoever comes first, really.
So
nothing in mind.
When you make the beats, I don't like to say make beats because it make me sound or make me put you in the beat maker category, because there's a difference between a beat maker and a producer. So when you're producing, do you usually, how do you get your music out there? Do you send it to people or?
Yeah, it usually get sent off to a label, and then whatever artist is with, like affiliated with that label, then you know it kind of works like that.
How do you use social media?
How do I use social media?
Yeah, with your music, and I mean, I obviously follow you, but you may put up some new songs and things like that. But do you ever send music to people through social media?
If anything, I like record what I'm creating and then kind of put it on my live or in my story and kind of, you know what I'm saying, get feedback from my followers, see what they think about it.
Before we leave, man, you have any inspiration for young artists or producers or your family back home in St. Louis?
Yeah, just if you really plan on taking a career with this music, my advice to artists and producers, just be patient, like, cause none of this happens overnight. Like, you gotta put in the work, you know what I'm saying, to have the outcome that you want. You know, that's the best advice I can give to anybody, because a lot of people, they get discouraged about the fact, like, they see somebody else winning, and whether it took them, you know what I'm saying, a day or 5 years to blow, like, you know what I'm saying, everybody got their time, and everybody's process is different, you know what I'm saying, that's what makes them. So, you know what I'm saying, that's my best advice. Just stay patient, stay solid, you know what I'm saying, get you a team, get you a circle of people that you trust and that believe in you, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna support you for what you do, and you know what I'm saying, they not gonna hate. You know what I'm saying, that's the best advice I can give to anybody.
Well, appreciate it, Louie, man.
Yep.
Louie Bandz in the building.
You know what?